Hi everybody, Hugh Burrell, and we are at the Top Golf in El Segundo, California, which is basically Los Angeles. We're in Los Angeles. I'm joined by Johnny Wunder. He's Callaway's tour content manager, and we are enjoying the launch of Paradym.
Big day.
It really is.
It's a really, really big day. Yeah, we have Paradym drivers, fairway woods, irons, and all that stuff. But it's actually a really cool story. You know, the driver technology has obviously kind of morphed into a ton of things over the last 5-10 years. But all the drivers are fast. So now, how do you harness that speed? How do you make it controllable? And I think what we've done with the use of carbon fiber, 360 carbon chassis, we've been able to redistribute the weight that would typically be reserved for the crown and the bottom of the club. Now we can kind of move it around to the perimeter of the club. So like we have 3 models here. I'll kind of show them to you as we go.
Just when you think the driver technology can't be pushed any further,
it can go further, yeah. I mean, essentially what we're doing with driver, especially with what we're doing at Callaway, is we're making the whole face a sweet spot. So out of the toe and out of the heel is closer to center punch now than it's ever been. So when you go on with the launch data, especially with our tour players, their toe strikes and heel strikes aren't that far of a cry difference between right out of the middle, which is pretty phenomenal, especially when you're under the gun in a major or whatever. So 3 different models. We have Paradym, which is kind of like your fastball down the middle. It's going to fit the widest swath of golfers. It's got a little bit of adjustability back here to dial in flight. Then you go into the Paradym X, which is going to go to maybe your mid to high handicappers, people looking for a little bit more launch, a little bit more forgiveness. No sliding weight in the back. It's got some weight pushed back, drives the ball up. Very fast, very forgiving driver, but this is for the people that kind of want a little bit more help turning it over, getting it in the air. Somebody like my old man. And then we go with a Tour Special, which is the Triple Diamond. I would say 75 to 80% of our staff will be in the head this year. So Sam Burns, Xander, Adam Svensson, good Canadian boy, John Rahm, they'll all be in the Triple Diamond head. And this is a little bit smaller profile, a little bit easier to work left to right, but essentially still very forgiving.
Talk about the importance of fitting, not just for your tour pros, but just for your average weekend warrior.
It's just as important for John Rahm as it is for people. And if you're trying to get better, if you're taking golf seriously, you need to get fit because you're leaving meat on the table. So a good set of clubs will harmonize with you. You know, it'll mitigate your misses, it'll make your better shots that much better, and it gives you a place to go too. So like as your game progresses, your bag will progress with you, and it'll be custom fit the whole time as you go. So it's really important.
A lot of technology in the driver, but that technology trickles down into the fairway woods as well.
It really does. I mean, and the thing that I don't think the consumer pays enough attention to is spin. Spin is like the governing body of your whole bag. It's not ball speed, it's not anything else, it's spin. You have to have enough spin in your bag. So everybody has a optimal spin window and launch window, and you can't find that unless you get custom fit. And trust me, if you build your bag around optimal spin numbers, the distance and all that stuff's gonna be there. And you're gonna be able to control your golf ball. And you know, like any other sport, being able to control the ball in the air, that's how you get good. And you can build the speed in as you go, and all these drivers go forever anyway, so the clubs are long enough as they are. So
if you could summarize Paradym in a few words, how would you do that?
It's the ultimate golf course driver. So there is fitting bay drivers, and there is launch monitor drivers that are really sexy when you hit them. These are great, phenomenal golf course drivers. These are the drivers that are going to be really hard to get out of the bag. Come next time we have another driver that comes out, you're going to be like, Paradym's going to... It's gonna be hard to get Paradym out of the bag because it's a good golf course driver. It spins where it needs to, it's long where it needs to, and you can hit a lot of shots with it, and it's forgiving as all hell. So I mean, not a lot of holes to punch in this one.
Looks pretty darn good,
It looks amazing, yeah.
Johnny Wunder, thanks for this, appreciate it.
My pleasure, yeah, absolutely, thanks.